I was married in Pakistan for 2 years. My husband said that he wasn't with anyone else. In that 2 years, he met a woman and fell in love with her. I had no idea. When I came to my in-laws' house, after 3 days I found out what had happened. My husband didn't live there. He had already told them, if she comes to England, I don't want to keep her. He punched and kicked me. I had my daughter with me when he was doing all this. He rang the house and found out that it was just me and my daughter in the house. He would come and hit me and then go. I never told anyone. I just stayed in the bedroom and cried. When I spoke to his family, they said, "Don't worry about it, it's okay. If you want to stay here, all this will happen and you have to tolerate it." I was feeling so bad that I was crying day and night when I went to my bedroom. I cried so much, but there was no one to listen to my cries. Even worse than that, my daughter was by my side. In her heart, there was a lot of fear from men because she knows her dad used to hit her mum and she can't get that out of her head. Inside, I was awfully troubled. I used to think to myself, why is this happening to me? I thought that this was my fate, and I thought I have to accept it and stay. I didn't know what to do. Today, I know what I should have done, but back then I didn't know. I don't have any family here either. I've got places to go, but they're not close family. When someone came round to the house, they used to send me to my bedroom, and I never spoke to anybody. I was never allowed outside, never allowed to speak to anyone, and I could never tell my family back in Pakistan. They never let me use the phone. Suddenly they said I had to leave the house. I didn't know where to go. They said that I could go anywhere, even back to Pakistan. We don't care, just leave the house. One day I woke up in the morning and they said, "Take your daughter and leave here now, and we're going to town and you better not be here when we get back." So I left the house and was standing outside crying. A lady was passing by and asked me what's wrong. I said I haven't got anywhere to live, and she told me about a law centre. I went to the law centre and I met a lawyer, and she found Saheli and sent me there. She took me to the train station where I met Saheli workers who took me to the refuge. I'd never lived on my own before. Firstly, I lived with my family at home, then my in-laws, and I was scared of how I will live. But then when I saw everyone at the refuge, I felt okay and that I can live here.
Saheli was established in 1976. It was established to give a safe space to Asian women who are experiencing domestic abuse. The aim of Saheli is to provide a confidential and a free service to Asian women, give information and advice, as well as empower them and help them to make informed choices about their future. Domestic abuse is a very hidden subject in our communities, and there is a huge silence that surrounds it. But the reality is that 1 in 4 women experience domestic abuse. Saheli has helped more than 500 women to find a home, a shelter when they're fleeing domestic abuse. We have received over 25,000 calls in last decade for help and support. It was really important that we set up a service that meets the cultural needs of the women fleeing domestic, who understand the stigma and the issues that are affecting our community. When the woman comes to us, we address her emotional needs. Like I mentioned, they could be really depressed, they could be suicidal, they are crying all the time. Their kids have left all their friends and family, and even little things as a teddy bear sometimes gets left behind home. So it's ensuring, that the mother and the child feel safe with us. They're reassured about their safety, and we don't put any pressure on them. We just help them, give them what choices. If they wanted a house, where you could get a house, we could help them to fill the benefit forms so that they have money to survive on. Many of the women are recent migrants into this country. They've come from Pakistan, Bangladesh, or India, and for them it is a foreign land. They don't have family, they don't have friends. So we've had women who've come to us, have not eaten for days. They have just one pair of clothing. So all these things empower women, and then once she has made certain decisions which are entirely on her to take, we ensure that whatever she chooses, if she wants to go back home, if she wants to start a new life, we support her in her every step. So she's got a friend, she's got a Saheli. Saheli, like many other refugees in the country, is really struggling due to the funding cuts. Many shelters and refuges for women are closing down, and this is going to have a huge impact. It will mean that violence in homes is increasing, and many of our women who get forced to leave home will not find a refuge or shelter where they could keep their life safe, and turn around their life.